So we have reports that Meghan is not doing very well with the numbers of her podcast, especially because Meghan Markle's Netflix flop fails to make the top, not the top 100, not the top 200, but the top 300 shows. Duchess of Sausages with a Love, Meghan, was watched by just 5.3 million viewers and ranks at number 383 for this year. Let that sink in. We're talking about this means that she barely made it into the top 400 shows in Netflix for this year, right? For the first half of 2025. I'm gonna read in the text. I don't know if there is any person who could name 300 shows, 300 Netflix shows. Is there anyone who could really say by off the top of their head? Because you know when they make this like 100 top movies of all time, maybe you could nail 60 of them, 50 of them. You can say that you have not entered not even the first 300 shows of Netflix, not of all time, but the first quarter of 2025. That is yikes. That is beyond sad. I mean, how much money they invest in that show? That is the big question. That is the big question. Netflix, how much money did you lose with that? The Duchess of Sausages lifestyle show with the Love Meghan failed to break into Netflix top 10 programs or even the top 300 for the first half of 2025 as her dreams of media domination continue to flounder. Remember? Confessions of a Female Flounder? The lifestyle show produced as part of Meghan and Harry's $100 million deal with the streamer was a relative flop. Relative flop? Relative in regards to what? To her documentary? We could take that one. That could be relative to her documentary would be a flop, because at least the documentary was watched by way more people, but at the same time it was hyped much more than her cooking show that we thought, or at least I thought at some point, it was going to not exist. With Love Meghan, which was widely panned, is ranked at number 383 so far, with only 5.3 million viewers across the globe, not in the United States, across the globe, since it was first broadcast in March. As Ever, which showed Meghan cooking. No, this is wrong. It's with Love Meghan. As Ever is the brand. Gardening and Hosting Friends was outperformed by hundreds of shows in the first 6 months. Millions more people watch repeats of Suits. that is. Do you think they watch Suits because of Meghan or because the series was good? I don't know. I haven't watched Suits. I still haven't watched not even one scene of Suits. I have to say this. I have never watched that series. I guess the series is good, but I don't think people are gonna rewatch the series if the series is not good. Which made Meghan Markle star before she met Prince Harry. That is roughly 5.3 million viewers, put it roughly on a par with the second series of BBC hit Peaky Blinders, a 2007 series of Gossip Girl, kids show Grizzly and the Lemmings, and a true crime show called Worst Ex Ever. Is that As Ever? Worst Ex Ever? Maybe Harry in the future could make a show called Worstest Ex Ever, like the version of that show on a steroid. Not even Meghan's, tilting head. Oh, I so enjoy cooking, Meghan. We know that you do not enjoy cooking. Maybe you barely tolerated cooking back in the day to, when you were trying to sell yourself as a lifestyle influencer with the TIG, which it was less about cooking. It was not much about cooking, because I think the lifestyle influencers don't really cook, but it's more about the posturing. But there is worse news for her husband, the Duke of Sausages, whose passion project, the documentary Polo, ranks at what? 3,000 436 out of around 7,000 shows with a disastrous 500,000 views globally? Well, what I don't understand, what is hard to believe, is that show gathered 500,000 views in the first place. That is hard to believe in itself. So Netflix has released the data in its 6 monthly engagement report. Oh my God. So the top 10 series on Netflix in 2025 were number 1, Adolescence. I should have made a video on my body language guy about that show. Maybe I would make it at some point, because I think that the way that they try to rewrite facts is concerning, because many people, it's not like, The Crown, that we can dismiss it, because most people that know their royal history know that The Crown was a fiction. But I can guess a lot of people that watch Adolescence and thought that the thing was a real thing, which was not. That's important. Number 2 is Squid Game Season 2, Squid Game Season 3, 0 Day, Missing You, American Murder, Gabby Petito, Miss Rachel, you know how that is. That is like how's that children's show on the one that is like heroine in YouTube. What's the name of that children's show? The Night Agent, Gina and Georgia, and 393 with Love Meghan, and, well, Harry's Polo show, Behind the Ambulance. Popular shows included the drama Missing You, with got 558 million viewers. All right. That's not a problem for With Love Meghan, which was commissioned for 2 series from the outset. So yeah, this that when a series doesn't have enough viewership, then they will cancel it. But it seems that they had arranged 2 seasons of this, and to my understanding, they already filmed the second season. They filmed 2 seasons back to back. If it was already in the contract, if the contract says we're going to have 2 seasons of this no matter what, it makes sense that if you have all the lighting or the crew, all the locations, or everything set up, the cheapest way is to record everything back to back. So it could be grueling, but it saves a ton of money in the long run. The second series, which filmed directly after the first, is expected to go out later this year. Oh, we have fresh content, and will include an appearance from the Duchess friend model Chrissy Teigen. I cannot imagine how that, oh my God, we can talk so much about Chrissy Teigen, but at the same time, the things that we want to talk about are not family friendly. And I don't know if YouTube will be okay, because that is dark stuff. Sources indicate that a 3rd series will be announced soon, with Netflix boss Ted Sarandos, a massive fan of Meghan, who calls the rock star. I don't know, Rick. I think that's fake. This is despite it being branded and exercised in narcissism by The Telegraph, toe-curlingly unlovable TV by The Guardian, and suffering a rating of 36 PC on Rotten Tomatoes and just 3.2 on IMDb. The fact that Netflix has partnership with her business as ever can't hurt, but be confusing in all cases, because the way as ever has been handled. You know that it has been a mess. But still, we will be on the lookout for what is next for the Duchess of Narcissism, because as we have, I remember that I said on X these days, oh, I'm going to analyze Gavin Newsom's interview, and somebody said, why are you going to analyze Gavin Newsom if we know that they are lying? Well, for a very simple reason, that we needed to address the patterns of liars, narcissists, and toxic personalities. So when you see those patterns in your day-to-day conversations, then you can spot them. So if Meghan somehow tries to frame With Love Meghan as a success, you have to pay attention to her body language, because thanks to Netflix very public in numbers, we know that this was not a success. But let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and don't forget to check my merch right in right below this video. You can check for my merch, and much love and bliss.